Good morning. Our Parshat Truma, starts with the instruction, Vayedaber Hashem al Moshe lemor, Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, Daber al bnei Israel v'yikchu li Truma. Speak to the children of Israel, and they should take for me an offering. Ma'et kol ish asher yidvenu libo, tikchu et trumati. From every person whose heart inspires them, you should take my offering. So it starts with an instruction, an invitation to give an offering, to give a Truma. That's why the Parshat is called Parshat Truma. But what's strange is that if we're asking for a donation, the choice of words here, it says Yikchu li Truma. They should take an offering. A donation is not something that you take. A donation is usually something that you give. Then the verse continues, V'zot ha-truma asher tikhu mitam. This is the offering, the donation you should take from them. Zahav v'cheshlef v'nochoshet, gold and silver and copper. Utchelet v'argaman v'tolat shani v'sheish v'izim, blue wool, purple wool, red wool, linen, goat's hair, Vorat elimai damim, red dyed ram skins, Vorat tachashim, tachash skins, whatever animal a tachash is, Va'atzei shitim, and shittim wood, maybe acacia wood. And these are right after the instruction to take a donation is the description of what donation we're looking for, what kind of things are being requested. So again, the first question is, why is it not give a donation? And the second question is, if I would come to you to ask you for a donation, the first question you would ask me is, what is it for? I don't first tell you everything that I want, and then only later on explain to you the purpose of my request. If I really want you to give me something of yours, first, I tell you what I want it for. I show you that it's a worthy cause, that it's something that would be appropriate for you to donate to. And then I invite you to contribute and tell you what I need and how you can be my partner and help me in this venture. So those are two things which are quite different. And Rabbi Moshe Feinstein has wonderful explanations of both. And they both revolve around the same point. He says, somebody who truly, deeply understands will know that all of the money that we have does not belong to us. Our money is really from Hashem. It's actually a pasuk. It says, Li ha-kesef v'li ha-zahav nu Hashem. Hashem says, mine is the silver and mine is the gold. Even when we take possession of it, it never really becomes ours. It always belongs to Hashem. And we're dealing with people here who understand that. Kol ish asher yidvenu libo, every person whose heart inspires him to generosity, every person who's motivated. We're speaking about people with an inner goodness and an inner drive. And Rabbi Moshe Feinstein said these people truly appreciated that this gold and silver, that all of their possessions really came from Hashem. And my wife Aviva suggested that perhaps that's because they were slaves. Perhaps they really felt that very deeply because they'd had an experience of not having anything and not owning anything. And now they were given the opportunity to own things. It was very clear to them that this was all a gift from Hashem. Now, when I entrust you with some money of mine, and I leave that with you for a little while, and then I come back sometime later, and I ask for it back, or let's say it's not money, let's say it's a car, I leave my car with you. So I come back 2 weeks later, and I say, can I have my car back? So you don't say, you know what, I'm so generous, I'm going to give you your car. I'm going to make a donation to you of your car. Not true. You say to me, take it. It's your car, take it. That is the point over here. That, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein says, Hashem is speaking to people who understand the money belongs to Hashem. And therefore he says, from every motivated person, take it. Every person who understands that it's my money, every person who really has this higher spiritual level will know that that the appropriate response is to say, of course, it's Hashem's money. And the next thing as well, why is it not spelled out what the purpose of this offering is? Well, it's the same idea. If I'm asking you for your money, I certainly need to motivate why you should make a donation. If, however, I'm asking you to return my money, well then, to be quite frank, it's none of your business. I leave some money with you. I come to say, I say, listen, can you give me my money back, please? You say, wow, what are you going to spend it on? And so it's got nothing to do with you what I'm going to spend it on. It's my money. That's the message that Hashem is communicating to them as well. This is what I'm asking back from you. This is the money that I want you to return to me. Gold, silver, copper, the different colored wools. Afterwards, Hashem will tell you what it's for. Because afterwards, Hashem will say, you know what? It's a wonderful thing if we do it together, etc. But at that point in time, they need to give out of a recognition, out of a knowledge that it's not their money and it's not their decision whether this is a worthy cause or not. It's Hashem's money and Hashem's wanting it back. Wonderful idea. How does that apply to our lives practically? What can we do with that idea? Well, the first idea, of course, is when it comes to the mitzvah of tzedakah, it comes to the mitzvah of sharing our money, of giving our money to those, either those in need, or in general to holy causes, to spiritual causes that are spiritually worthy of support. And a person needs to know that the amount of tzedakah that they're supposed to give, which for most people, if you can afford it, which generally we're able to, even if it means compromising on one or two things, but generally we're able to afford it. For most people, that means at least 10%. At least 10% of your disposable income is designated for Hashem. And it's important to understand that's not your money and that's not your gift. That's Hashem's money, and Hashem has specified what He wants you to do with that. And when you now treat that appropriately, what is different is that nowadays we don't have this direct message from Hashem saying, I want you to give money for X purpose, I want you to give money for the Mishkan. Then you know it's for Hashem. Now we have many different requests and many different people asking. And we have to use our discretion. We have to use our discretion where to give the money. But that still doesn't mean that it's our money. The analogy that I heard once, I can't remember from where, but it's a very apt one, is that we are trustees. You're in trusteeship of Hashem's money. And Hashem has a mandate, has given you a mandate as to what to do with that money. A certain amount of money you are allowed and supposed to use to support yourself to a particular level, to Torah education for your children, Yontef presents for your wife, etc., etc. And part of the mandate of that money is to give the tzedakahs, to give the amount to the worthy causes. But again, you've got to decide how to fulfill that trusteeship. But don't ever be under the illusion that it's your decision and it's your generosity. Because Hashem says, take the offering, take back my money from those with whom I've entrusted it. This is what I want you to take back. And then after they've made that acknowledgement, I would like to tell them about what they have become partners in by returning to me ultimately what is mine. Have a wonderful Shabbos.